Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Moleski. This is my YouTube channel. Years ago, I can't remember when, somebody asked me what advice I would give to myself again if I were young, or what advice I would give to young women. And I said these three things, and I thought maybe it would be a good idea to share them with you. Okay? What are yours? Can you guess what I'm going to say? Do you have any? All right, here's mine. Number one, stay sober. Stay sober. It is much like I have a friend who years ago, her and her husband had a child. And I stayed with them and I had dinner and it was dessert time and she made like a sweet potato or something. I can't, it was like a sweet potato for dessert for her daughter. And I said, wow, what's going on? And she said, we decided that we would not introduce sugar to our daughter because if she doesn't know it, then she won't crave it. And then there's one more obstacle in life that she doesn't have to overcome, like, oh, I'm addicted to sweets. So her daughter would crave like really simple, beautiful fruits and sweet potatoes, and she didn't crave cake or McDonald's. And I thought that's so clever. Like, what a cool gift to give to your child, but a clean palate. And that kind of applies to this advice. Stay sober. I know for many of us, it's already too late, but to be sober-minded and have a clean body, I think is one of the greatest gifts we can give to ourselves and the world. It's been recommended, I heard recently, that you start doing drugs at like 80. I think it's a great idea. I think if you want to do heroin and meth and crack, that's great. But start when you're 80. Now, the reason I think this is good advice is because you're 80, okay? And also, if you can make it 80 years without doing drugs, chances are you're probably not going to start shooting up when you're 80. Okay, so it's very good advice. So if you are young, I would say, even if you want to like be risque, 78, start when you're young, 78. But to keep yourself sober, what a beautiful thing. That's half the battle. Next up, I would say to daily pray. And if you don't like that idea, that's fine, meditate. The point is to a sober mind and a sober mind. And I know that you know this. That one time you prayed, remember? Well, I didn't really feel it, but you felt calmer. It is a way to connect with your soul. Or it's a way to communicate with God. Or it's a way to relax the brain waves. All the research is there. It is a beneficial thing. Now, women, I do believe, are meant to be a calming force. Is that an oxymoron? I feel like this thing is shaking, so I'm sorry about that if it is. A calming presence, especially, and have you like turned on the TV or what were you watching before you were watching me? The world is a pretty weird place. So wherever we can get these calming beacons, do it. There is a thing, if you have a panic attack, to prevent the panic attack from overcoming you, you're supposed to name all your senses. So you're supposed to touch one thing and note what it is. Like, I feel a hard wooden surface. Okay, next up, what do I see? I see trees, I see a camera. What do I smell? I smell laundry detergent and lotion. What do I hear? I hear the hum of the computer. Those are sobering things. It's not asking the mind to escalate. It's asking the mind to be observant. And I think if you can pray every day, that's going to be really beneficial to you and everyone that you love. And then the third thing is to hone in daily on your femininity. So what does that look like? I believe that it is an important thing for women or men, but I'm talking to women right now, to have dexterity of hand, okay? let's talk about that. When I was in 7th grade, my friend Jessica came over and helped us bake apple pies. And my mother and I were peeling the apples with a little knife and just going for it, right? And then you see, I mean, for all you ladies, you know, you see how long you can get the apple peel, before, you know, in one piece. So we were just flying through, and my friend Jessica couldn't, it was like chunk, 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 because she had no dexterity of hand. Just because she, I mean, she's only, you know, 12, 13 years old, so whatever. But I believe that that is a nice thing to as a woman, to get that dexterity of hand. And then also, what do I have written? The mind-body connection. So it's kind of sports related in a way. You know, when the ball's coming in from the pitch, I want to be able to have my mind control my body in a good way. So any ways that you can do that. So I have, for example, the mind-body connection. Sorry. I have ballet, and I don't even care if it's belly dancing. You are trying to control your body. Sex. If you can learn new techniques for sex, that's a mind-body connection, and often a dexterity of hand. Knitting, sewing, canning, cooking, baking, calligraphy, I think, is another beautiful way that you can connect your body with your mind and work on dexterity. And then ladies, mentor, big brothers, big sisters. I think that's a way that you can use everything that you've gained. Your sobriety with your peace and calm and your abundance of love and femininity to be a big sister. That's it. Those are my 3 suggestions. What do you think? What would you add to my list? I'm very curious about this. Advice to young women or women at any age that are looking to repair or come into a closer contact with what is right and what is good. Happy Friday. I'm in a good mood. So that's it. Okay. Have a good day. Goodbye.